All right, everybody, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. I will be your host today, Littlerugaard, and joining me is none other than Gannicus the Manicus. How are you doing today, sir?
Yo, Ru, I'm doing really good. It's another weekend, dude, another qualifier round. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, you know it is. I'm sure chat can correct me on this because I am uncultured as heck. It's Antisocial, giggity, versus it's KVLT or it's Cult. Is this an acronym for something, or is it just like an interesting spelling of the word cult? You know, like American Horror Story version style or something. Right.
I'm gonna have to also get cultured by chat because I don't know either.
Oh man. Regardless, it's a cool name. Like I'm not against it. I'm just
100%.
Like what's going on here? But we will be having I guess I'm gonna call him cult. I actually like cult rolls off of the tongue better than KVLT. Okay, you know what? KVLT sounds like a broadcast station. That's what it sounds like on the FM radio. That's what it sounds like.
Go facts.
Anybody remember FM radio? Who listens to that anymore? It's actually kind of sad because I have an XM radio subscription, and I'm pretty sure that's like getting absolutely obliterated by Pandora. And does anybody use Pandora anymore? I used to use Pandora. Now I use Spotify. Do you use Pandora? Spotify? Anybody?
No, I use Spotify. Pandora. That was back in, 12 years ago for me, bro.
Yeah, tell me about it. No, actually tell me about it. Did you discover music from it? I discovered a lot of music from
it. Dude, so I was hardcore Pandora when it first came out.
Okay.
Because it was because at that time, I think the only other thing was iTunes Music or something like that. And then
yep, I remember that. Oh, good days.
and that was like $12 a month, and I was like, dude, I'm a college student. I don't know. So even though I was playing for Netflix, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, that's entirely fair. All these throwbacks.
But then Spotify came out with free, and there it was.
Spotify is very, very good, and I'm very privileged. I'm under my parents' family plan, so
yeah.
I get the ad-free viewing experience. If I didn't, I imagine I'd probably pay for the subscription. It's generally a really good service that I found. I still have XM Radio for in the car because I do find new music through XM Radio as well. But yeah, we're how good as we're going over music stations in a Dead by Daylight comp stream. I am so sorry. We fell off hard.
Yo, DVD fans love music, dude. Come on now.
True. I mean, this game does have some pretty fire music. The demo menu music is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yo, speaking of, what about the ringu music? You digging that stuff?
I'm really glad they tried to stick to the source material for the sound design and everything with that. Because it really does have this just really eerie vibe. It's not necessarily something I'm like, oh yeah, that's my jam, but it's definitely like I appreciate and enjoy it to a degree. It's not like I would load up Trickster menu music. I'd load up demo menu music. I just vibe to it. I don't know if I vibe to Ringu chapter music, but it's good. I think it's very suspenseful. Like the way that they just contort the string sounds is so good.
100%. Absolutely. That's what I loved about just all the DVD music in general. Dude, I am a big music guy. Mm-hmm. Lyrics are secondary to me, but if you get me on your musical chords, I'm sold for life.
You got that hook value?
Yeah, that hook value is huge for me.
Yeah, I feel that. That's definitely a huge aspect for me. There's a band I've been listening to the past 2 years. Orbit Cultures is a really good metal band. It's because their music, the way they have these just intros, the guitar into it is just it is so catchy and it's unfair. It's like, okay, I can't stop listening to this now. I like it just gets you in a rut.
Right, absolutely.
Enjoying it though, but with that said, we are loading into our first match here very shortly. I'm interested to see because I don't recognize any of these teams. I recognize one of the members, and I'm very curious what's going to be going on here. And we see a Plague.
Man, correct me if I'm wrong here, Rube, but Plague is, I love playing Plague after a
Absolutely.
rework.
Oh, I will go on a tangent for how much I love this killer. Post rework, absolutely. The quality of life changes that she got are just amazing, and we're gonna be playing on the Torment Creek. I don't remember the last time we actually got a chance to play on the Torment Creek there, and they weren't able to get that knee infected, unfortunately. I think she's going to, yeah, there you go.
There she goes.
And we do see that corrupt zone, which is quite common. Another survivor, the Zarina, getting infected somewhere. So what is interesting to me here is I don't see this. This is what I'm really excited about, is seeing a little bit of diversity in the add-ons. We usually see the worship tablets.
Right.
I'm sorry, no, Devotee's Amulet. I'm sorry, Devotee's Amulet. This Plague has double fountain.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens with the double fountain add-ons big time, because it's going to rely on what it's going to be interesting to see how the survivors handle it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think there was 2 people on this gen right here. Sorry, I just realized Ruined is regressing that generator. There was a second person on that gen because when Adam left, it was still going.
Right.
Yeah, I imagine they are expecting these survivors maybe not to cleanse. I'm not sure, but so we know 3 of the perks. We got Thanatophobia, we got Ruin, and we got Corrupt Intervention, which is almost up, but they did get an early hook there. Oh, they're just going straight for the fountain.
Yeah, they are. Holy smokes! I mean, hey, let's see what happens. I know there's 2 survivors right now that are not injured. You got 2 who have been, puked on. So we'll see what our play can do right now.
Interestingly, they're not going after the injured survivor. Oh, they found someone else over here. They remembered that survivor did get infected. And this survivor's at a no man's land.
Yeah, absolutely. And they know it too. They went to the corner and just said, okay, fine.
They knew what was up, and they will be going down. No gen's done yet.
Well, that's what I was about to say, dude. Like, great start. Corrupted zone just barely ended. 2 hooks already. No gen's done. Great start to our killer gameplay right now.
I'm going to go ahead and tune down the audio just a little bit, because those whispers, like, I love Plague, but daggum, those whispers are loud.
Absolutely. Sometimes that's the one thing that I've always been interested about Plague is when she gets her red stain or her red puke. It's interesting to see how the audio just turns up. You can't hear anything around you.
True. This survivor went into the back expecting there to be like you said, the red puke, but they actually ran out of their power, running into the corner. There's 3 stacks to the Thanatophobia, so I understand 15% slowdown. They have not found the Ruin yet. It has not been cleansed.
Right, absolutely. Ruin right now, it's a little bit different than usual. I mean, you see Ruin get cleansed in the first 30 seconds to a minute.
Absolutely. Usually it's just obliterated within the first bits, but it seems like survivors are content to let it run, or they just have not found location, and there you go. You're going for the second drink up here. This is usually where Devotee's Amulet shines, is because if you're able to get someone on a hook, and then you're like, I don't think they saw the survivor going for the unhook there.
No.
Because I thought there was a survivor going for it. Maybe they're not. I might have been seeing something. Second gen down, but yeah, that's 20 extra seconds. I don't know if you saw it, but during the finals of this past season, we had Devotee's Amulet absolutely just put in work. The extra 20 seconds they had on their power was able to snowball the last bit of the match. It was amazing. So I'm really happy to see some diversity, though. This is a really good set of add-ons. Usually we just don't see the green apple because it adds an extra fountain into the game, and Adam is now infected as well. So soon it's going to be 4 stacks of Thanatophobia. Worth also knowing, they have not cleansed yet.
Right, no one's cleansed yet, and I mean, this is an interesting situation because I think that you wait until you kind of, wow.
Oh, that's Deliverance.
They Deliverance that one.
They did. Oh, that's so cheeky. And another gen going for these survivors. The survivors are actually making a comeback here, getting 3 gens out of the way. That Deliverance resetting the timer there on that. Yeah, they completely denied going to second stage. Wow.
Absolutely. The crazy thing about that at play is that it's unfortunate that our Plague hooked the Deliverance player.
Right.
Because that is just painful. Almost a little bit of a waste of time because of that Deliverance.
Yeah, it is a core map. I don't know if they were able to see who got the unhook there, so they didn't know who was the Deliverance player. You do prioritize that unhook on the Deli player, so
Right.
Nancy was the prioritized, but again, on a core map, it's hard to see. I mean, even as this is like this and Nemesis is the tallest killer in the game, it's hard to see. However, we are at the full 4 stacks of Thanatophobia. Even if they go to this corner, I don't know. Interesting not facing the wall. If there was, I would have laughed a little bit inside if the survivor had come in for the flashlight save and disrespected it.
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing. I almost I cringed up a little because when you first start playing DVD, you kind of learn those lessons real quick, right?
Absolutely.
And so you always face the wall. And so when they did that, I was like, oh.
Yeah, but I mean, it's comp. If a survivor with the flashlight took the time off of a gen to go to the corner on the hopes that they wouldn't face the wall, that is
Yo,
more
honestly,
of a gambling
MVP,
man than I.
MVP.
Is somebody on that gen? Is it regressing? Failed skill check over there.
Over there, wow.
Yeah, and there is Nancy. So we might see this Nia potentially regress. They do have this zone a little bit locked down. I'm not sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I understand why they were camping Nancy to second stage. They just want to secure a second stage here and make sure that they've got a survivor. But they found the Nia, which is arguably better, just because you camp this one fully out. Yeah, that last fountain is a little bit far away. Yeah, they actually called it correctly. They were not going to cleanse this match at all, it seems.
Yeah, it looks that no one has cleansed. The crazy thing about it too is that the hook is kind of far away from the gens. That Plague has to make an effort to go there. I mean, you see our survivor die, so and still 2 gens, but now Plague has to take a little bit of a hike.
Just a little bit. Yeah, they do finish that gen. But I say it's hard to 99 a gen when you've got Ruin in play.
100%, and that gen, I think, I don't know, Plague might be okay with that gen going away.
I mean, I definitely would. Yeah, there's no dead
the
hard
farthest one. Yeah.
Yeah. However, there's one gen left. If they, well, it's 15% slower. I don't know if you can finish any of those gens in center. Oh, we had a cleanse. First cleanse of the game. Okay. But it was right next. You know where they are. You know where both of those survivors are.
Wow, yeah, you do.
They're
100%.
not on a gen.
They're not. And I mean, they, like you said, you can't really 99 a gen with Ruin. I mean, it's just not the case. So I wonder what they were trying to do right there.
They were probably saying, you know what, Zarina, thank you for your sacrifice. We're going to cleanse, make it 5% slowdown, and we're going to go jam out a gen in about 52 seconds.
Zarina is the sacrifice.
Yeah, Zarina is the sacrifice. And Plague knows it too. They're like, all right, it's only 5% slowdown. They can actually do a gen while Zarina's on the hook here.
Absolutely. Nope. There she goes. Nancy's been found.
Nancy was found. Yeah, when they called out that the Plague was no longer camping, they might have tried to sneak someone back there and got caught in the crossfire. Unfortunately, I do not see this Nancy being able to get away here. Oh, got some distance there. You do not have the distance for that yet. Oh, that missed.
Yeah.
Zarina does progress to second phase. Or sorry, death phase. Nancy going down. Adam nowhere to be seen, and they will be slugging for the 4K.
Holy smokes! Yeah, they're big time slugging with the 4K. Interesting, game plan right there too. Maybe like you were saying, Plague kind of left, so hey, let's get her unhooked. But I don't know, man. We haven't even seen a gen popped yet. So
right, I gotta say I can't tell. Is Ruin the MVP or is Thanatophobia the MVP? Because it feels like they got some grotesque value this game.
They honestly, yeah, I would say Ruin because Ruin never says alive.
Yeah, that's actually fair. You know? That's actually really fair.
Like the fact that Ruin made it out to the whole game is like so surprising.
So true, actually. Now, what's crazy is, yeah, this Adam can hide quite literally anywhere on this map.
Absolutely.
If you want to immerse out, this is a really nasty map to do it because, yeah, you have to check every single nook and cranny to try and find a survivor. And you have the whispers going, so you're not going to be able to hear anything anyway. Actually, where did Nancy crawl to? She went down in this corner.
Uh-oh.
If they're able to get the pickup reset, I'm going to be quite impressed. Worth noting too, if Nancy bleeds out on the ground, that's going to deny the Plague 2 hook states.
Absolutely.
That could be quite punishing. I forgot how annoying it is to try and find survivors. Oh, they find... No! The corrupt ended right as they found Adam. Wait, is that an unbreakable?
Oh my goodness.
They had the unbreakable in the pocket in case Adam was found. Oh, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder what this Nancy's gonna be doing then. I don't know if they have a med kit they have access to or not. But I say Adam left that loopy. I don't know if you heard it or not, but yeah, you could hear him walking away. No iron will on him.
Not at all. And wow, this is interesting right now. I mean,
yeah, he had balance.
That was the plays, man.
Absolutely, and Adam doing the Lord's work, taking this Plague on a chase, and Plague knows it too. Is like, all right, we got to go back. They still have not cleansed Ruin.
Yeah.
How is Ruin stayed up? I imagine. Okay, at first it might have been a conscious choice, but I don't know.
Man.
Also, I think Plague maybe taking a moment to take in the scenery there. Just like, all right,
Yeah,
I have thrown up on all the gens. My work is done.
Look at her kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it might have been a conscious decision at first to leave Ruin. I was like, okay, we'll power through it. But I think not cleansing it after realizing that they're not going to get progress might have been the mistake. They may have just also not been able to find it. Like, we know where it is. But
Right, absolutely.
Also, maybe Soul Guard's in play here too, possibly. Oh, they're going straight for the pickup. Wait, no, they're on second stage when they get hooked. That's 20-ish seconds before they progress to death. So yeah, they'll be able to walk to the shack and get the hatch spawn before then.
Absolutely, and yeah, at this point, you just hopefully they remember the hatch is over in shack and just get on your way over there.
Oh, good. They're waiting in the halfway point. They do have enough time to walk. That is the broad side of the barn, per se, that is facing us. So we do know where that hatch will spawn right there. It's funny, despite the fact that we know where hatch is going to spawn, there have been times where Survivor still is able to beat out the killer to it. It has been some miracle hatch plays. However, I think they're probably going for an exit play here. We see one in the distance over there. I think it's across from it to the left here. Yeah, they go for letting themselves down hook there, and no hatch play, obviously. I'm curious if they're able to get the exit gates. It is corn. It is hard to see.
Right, and we remember that. Ooh, there goes hatch. There was a match, I think. Was it our spirit match?
Yes.
Oh, no, Blight. Remember Blight? That's what happened. Oh, No Way Out. Holy smokes.
No Way Out is the fourth perk. They were ready for this end game collapse. However, they do have to get over here and find the Atom. I imagine this Atom could have very possibly missed their way. Worth noting, though, what I like about Plague the most is that if a survivor is cleansed, you can vomit on a door, and you could just go protect the other one. As soon as you see them become infected, you just go check that door.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you rotate out every 40 seconds or so. It's pretty cheeky, but in a situation like this where Adam is nowhere to be found, No Way Out is about to expire. Oh, they can see both the gates from that angle. Oh, that's dirty.
That is a good angle, dude.
Oh, that is so dirty. Well, one of them is a bit worse off than the other. This one right here is actually kind of rough. If the Plague doesn't see the outline of Adam, you don't see the red light. So, oh, there you go. You see it. A little bit of a happy dance from Plague.
Would it be a strat to, if you were Adam, to just run away, like not even give her the chance to hook you?
Endgame collapse death does count as death.
Okay.
It's the only thing that denies hook states is bleed out.
Perfect.
So this Plague has guaranteed the 4K for their team. Unless unless there's a rules revision. If there's a rules revision that I don't know about the points, then it's possible. But
no, I think you're right on that. The crazy thing about it is we saw a lot of ups and downs. Like, that was a great start for Plague. Our Survivor team came back, and then unfortunately, you saw Ruin just do work.
Yeah, Ruin. Yeah, I think you might be right there. Ruin and probably Carry. We saw so much regression, and again, Ruin stacked with Thanatophobia is pretty grotesque. You're already at like 20% slowdown, and then the fact that like at that point, dry kicking feels good. So if dry kicking feels good, you know Ruin feels good.
Yeah, 1000%, man.
A little bit of for the homies action. I wonder if there might be a Soul Guard. No Soul Guard. I'm kind of curious why they brought for the homies then, because generally you're going to be infected.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. But regardless, I believe that is going to be a 24-8 win in that first trial for Cult. Can we get a confirmation? Is it Cult? I gotta know. I'm dying at this point, y'all. I gotta know if it's Cult. Any word? Oh well, we can dream. I forgot we're on a minute delay. I'm like, yes. Oh wait, we're a minute delay. All right, I'll just look at the comments afterward. I'm really curious, but yeah, we're moving into the second trial here. I do not believe we know what the killer is going to be for this next round. So I kind of like that because usually we know what the killer is going to be going into it. And so I'm not really privy to that information yet. I think that's for our refs and players to know and for us to enjoy and find out. It's a bit of a twist from the league because league, you know, almost a week in advance what you're going to be playing against. So you get time to prepare against it. And then this time around, you just kind of have to, like, you know, hopefully have some builds on standby and hopefully be ready for whatever they decide to bring. I'm really nervous how Plague, though.
Yeah, dude, I'm really enjoying this format. It's fast paced. It's one of those things where, like you said, it's almost a guessing game where you're like, okay, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna play? We can't really know until, you know, the game actually starts. So, I kind of love this format and this type of play because you get something new every time.
Absolutely. So seeing, so this is why I like seeing the diversity in Plague, because the Plague correctly identified these survivors weren't going to be cleansing. And so instead of taking, you know, Devotee's Amulet or whatever, you know, trying to make the corrupt period better or, you know, more quality of life with movement speed and everything, they were like, no, we're just going to have 2 extra fountains ready for us. And I think that really paid off for them. I don't know if the survivors identified that there were 3 fountains all ready to go for the Plague. But it wasn't until the very end of that game when we saw our first cleanse. And I don't know, it seems like everything played out just as the Plague won out. I mean, obviously, the fact that Ruin stayed up that long was just chef's kiss for the Plague, obviously. But it felt like everything just kind of fell into the Plague's lap. Like, they planned it out, and they're like, oh, man, a game that went to plan? Oh, never.
Yeah, absolutely. That game went according to plan. I mean, we talked about the survivors being able to hold composure, right, and do 3 gens quickly. But also our Plague there was no hesitation in her to change her game plan. She literally knew what to do. I mean, and she camped out the part of the map when she had her second survivor on hook.
Yep.
Then the gen all the way in the corner was done, and we both said it. We were like, that's kind of like the I don't give a crap about gen. You know, like that gen's so far away that, you know, cool, man. You just literally like minimized my zone of attack, basically, you know?
Right. Normally that's the gen you 99, but with Ruin, you can't 99 the gen. And that's the thing. The survivors did have a point where they could reset. When Nancy had the deliverance, the Plague lost all of her pressure.
Yes.
If Ruin had been out of the game, I think the survivors could have gotten a 2 out at that point. But Ruin was still up. She just went and chased the survivors off the gens. Ruin started regressing. You still got 20% slowdown. Not much you can do at that point. You just the resource versus the time that you need to get gens done was just falling out of your favor at that point. You just ran out of resources. By the end of that match, I think we had most of the pallets dropped. I don't think we got God pallet dropped. And there was
Yeah, there was one
another
that
on the
was
other side of the map where Nancy went down. The pallet over there hadn't been dropped. I think every other pallet, no, meat tree pallet hadn't been dropped. Yeah, there's like maybe 3 or 4 pallets that weren't dropped that match. They were gone. So resources were out.
Absolutely. And like you said, when that deli was played, that was when you thought, and I thought the turn
Yeah.
would happen for them, Survivor team.
Corrupt is
And
Deli loses all. Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
and it didn't go that way. I mean, like, great job for Plague to keep the composure about and not stumble basically. And we keep saying it, that ruined value. The fact that ruin was that whole game, like, shoot, man, that is so cool. When you're a killer, because you're just like, this is the best game ever,
Right?
like, wow.
Actually thinking back on it, I don't know if they would have had very much opportunity to do ruin, because even if you searched it out and found it was by the that center combine, the Plague was usually hooking people around that ruin.
Right.
There might have just been the point of they may have known where it was, but they never had a chance to cleanse it because the Plague was always there. That also could have been a possibility, but I feel like there was 2 chases that went out of the way of that ruin, and maybe they just didn't seize the opportunity. Maybe they didn't see it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree. I think ruin was MVP.
Yeah, 100%. Like, and I don't think they knew, because you're right. There was a couple chases to the corner where I felt like they had enough time to do something, and like you said, maybe they didn't care about ruin. They said, hey, we can jam these out, but I don't know. It is what it is.
Indeed, indeed. And I do have confirmation. It is, in fact, Cult. All right. I feel better about it.
Cool.
So, it's kind of like, again, going back to music, why Corin spells their name a little bit offbeat. All right. Cult with a K and V. I'm here for it.
I like it.
Yeah. It's cute. I dig it. Honestly, start of the match was looking rough. Yeah, I'm about to say, Ruin was trucking that match. There was 2 separate gens that were almost done that regressed almost entirely back to nothing. Which reminds me, I can't wait for Call O'Brien. I want to see Call O'Brien at some point. I think Call O'Brien pop could be pretty good value potential. You get that 25, or is it 20 or 25% off the gen? I think it's 25%. I think pop is 25%, followed by 60 seconds of just ruin level regression. It feels like it could be strong. Again, I think that Scourge Hook Pain Resonance is just far and away one of the best ones we've seen in recent times, but I like Call of Brian. I hope they don't do anything to it. I think it's just right. Because here's the thing. You can gen tap it. You can stop it from regressing by gen tapping, which has always just been the issue with Dry King gens in the first place, is gen tapping. You just, like, a survivor comes along.
Right.
Oh, okay. Stop regressing. Good job. You wasted how many seconds? That I wasted a fraction of a second? Yeah. Just... Yeah, Call of Brian, I like it. I honestly really like the new Killers perks. How do you feel about them?
I like them a lot. I think their best one, like you were saying, though, is Call of Brian. I think it just adds a new style to, like you said, pop and call, or ruin, pop, call. I think it's just a good slowdown. I don't know. I'm thinking of ways to come up with, like, how to use it in my builds, because I kind of went away from, like, the whole slowdown meta.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, we saw Ruin and Undying, my pub games, those things go away in the first 2 minutes.
The meta has shifted so hard.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I went from someone who was like, yeah, slowdowns are awesome, to, like, you know what? No Way Out is pretty cool.
Exactly. Like, I am a No Way Out enjoyer now.
Right. Absolutely. So, I literally, to see a slowdown perk that works the way it does, like how Brian does, kind of got me excited, and so I'm excited to mess with him more with other killers.
Yeah, I still think, as far as, like, perk design, I still think Scourge Hook Pain Resonance might be one of my favorite perks of all time.
Scourge Hook,
I just like Corrupt Intervention is, like, far away the best killer perk in the game. Right. I won't argue that, but as far as the design goes, Pain Resonance is exactly what I think the devs want for their game. They say, all right, killer, if you can win your chases, we will reward you for that. And
Absolutely.
I think that's just the best game design, is rewarding killers for winning chases and getting hook states, because that's what you want to incentivize. You don't want to, obviously, like, the devs don't want to incentivize insidious face camping Bubble with no ed. That's not what they're trying to do. I understand that, like, it's a funny joke for people to tell that, and I get it. It's kind of funny when it, like, there's a misspoke thing and it's like, oh, ha 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 ha, you know. That's not what they want. And the perks they've been putting out show it. Like, Scourge Hook Pain Resonance is just a great design perk. It by far steals the show for me from any of the perks they've made in recent years. And I think we're going to see seeing more of that, because now we got that new Scourge Hook. I keep going. What is it? Waves of Hate? What is the new Scourge Hook again?
Give me a second.
I think it's Waves of Hate. I might be. I'm probably wrong. But same vein, they're making Scourge Hooks that reward the killer in really good ways for winning chases and getting hooks. And this one's a really cool one. There's a lot of value. Like, I've been playing on Trickster recently just to see what it feels like. You get a surprising amount of value from getting 7 seconds of knowledge of where survivors are. It's really good. And then I'm seeing people pair it with Make Your Choice. So you get the survivor that unhooks, you see where that survivor goes. Like, I really like the Scourge Hook meta that they're going for. Boon meta, we'll talk about it, but regardless, we got the double apple plague game again. Let's go. A mirror match. I forgot, is mirror matching a thing? Is that the way I might have missed that in the qualifier rules. That might be the way it goes, is you do a mirror match. I could be wrong though. I'm not 100% sure here, but double green apple, you know, I'm here for it. And we'll have to see what their build is. Obviously, we do have Corrupt here. I'm expecting Thanatophobia, but I can never speak for the killer. We'll have to see what they bring.
Floods of Rage.
Floods of Rage, dang it.
Floods
so,
of Rage.
Okay, I was close. Waves of Hate, Floods of Rage.
Yo, the fact that you still kind of did it around that range, that's pretty cool, dude.
Okay, where did I get Waves of Hate from? Also, behavior.
Floods,
I'm keeping that on copyright. Waves of Hate. You can contact my manager for it. We can make discussions. Do Scourge Hook, let's go. Anyway. Oh man. Yeah, just here's the problem though, is even if they do this, I know these survivors for a fact. I've seen it on corn maps like this. They're not gonna come into your zone where you have it infected. They're just gonna wait out Corrupt. And that's exactly what these guys are doing. We got 30 seconds left and they have waited out Corrupt effectively. This killer has lost a perk for no value, unfortunately. Yeah, you have to dive into your corrupted zone and try and find a survivor and pull them out.
Yeah, absolutely. We see it this week in and week out.
Mm-hmm.
People will hide, and they're not gonna hide where you want them to.
Nope. However, I will say, despite the fact that the survivors have waited out Corrupt, this killer does have a gnarly 3-gen back here that I can't even begin to think how you're going to get out.
Yeah, that's. I hope our killer also noticed that. I mean, he finds a survivor to the right, which is awesome. But you do not want them to be on that 3-gen. You let them do every single gen except those 3, please.
True. And oh, they actually got the infection on Ace there. Usually you don't get that curve, but they do get it. And Ace will be running into the corn. First survivor infected, but yeah, I agree. If the survivors read what the 3-gen looks like, they will be back there in a heartbeat to get on this.
Absolutely, and now you got Ace who's running, who, you know, if you're in comms, you gotta let him know, hey, dude, get away from those 3-gens. Take it far away from where we're at, and see if you can extend chase.
Mm-hmm. And worth noting, we did have Ruin in the game, but Ruin was just cleansed, so one perk known, and I can confirm Thanatophobia is in the game. We do have a injured survivor here. Ooh, they actually vaulted back. Oh no, the whiff.
Oh no.
So we do know 3 of these killers' perks. 1 gen down.
Nice takedown.
Mm-hmm. Do we have basement here by chance? No, basement's at Shack. But I say basement at main building here would actually be pretty rude. Ooh, they do have a pool right here in their 3-gen. I wonder if they'll save that for later or if they will use it now. With their resources, I would not use it right now. Personally.
Yeah, I wouldn't use it either. That's kind of like your last thing you use, right? Just to get them out of here. So yeah, I'd wait. Yeah, this is exactly what they're doing. Just staying. I would stay here, dude. This is your home right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Clear out the pallets, do a little bit of house cleaning, and by house cleaning I mean vomit on the gens, and just chill out here. I mean, you've got your 3-gen set up. You've got a hook survivor in the back here. You got a pool if they try to make any funny business.
Literally, they have to come to you. There's nothing they can do if they want to save. If they want to do a gen, and they decide to use the pool. Okay.
They want to secure this second stage. They do not want to let the survivor get unhooked. And worth noting, after waiting that long, this corrupt will... I'm sorry, the corrupt purge. I forget that we have corrupt intervention, but... Oh, there's a survivor. This will be able to outlast that second stage. Or will be able to last 2 second stage. So they can confirm the second stage here. The problem is that, is this enough pressure to not allow the survivors to cat and mouse? Also worth noting is that they can't... If they get one more gen done without a 4K... They will not be able to prevent a tie here.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, but I say you just go for the tunnel here. The ace is...
Absolutely.
Yep, waiting out the borrow time. Very, very good. However, your corrupt is about to end.
You gotta do something.
Oh, barely.
Nice. Wow.
What a shot.
Holy, so I didn't think that was gonna hit, dude.
I didn't either. For the people. Soul Guard? Waiting out the potential Soul Guard as well. They know. It might have just been a last-ditch effort.
It might have been. Uh-oh.
You need another body block in here. I mean, I understand that like the plague was on the other side there of the loop, but I don't know. Oh, they knew the fang was coming, but they do get the distance. He does get the window here. This tunnel is taking a little bit longer than the plague would like.
Yeah, absolutely. As now 4 gens have been done. Oof.
Yeah, you cannot prevent a tie here. Like the only thing you could do is hope that you get a 4K and prevent them from winning.
100% at this moment. I mean, with 1 gen done, Nancy looks like she's gonna go pick up the down survivor, which now you know where 2 of the 3 survivors are right next to you.
This gen has a lot of progress.
Wow, good stuff.
Yeah, this gen has a lot of progress here as the Michaela is injured. So resetting a little bit, there's only 10% slowdown coming in here in a second. However, this gen, there's no ruin to regress it. There is Nancy, and they're going to infect Nancy here. Okay, so your pools are on the other side. Oh, nope, somebody cleansed.
Yeah, and let's say someone's over there again.
Yeah, we did see the crow over here. Where? Interesting.
So they did play into the 3 gen.
Yeah, they did. And they have 3 survivors left. So the question is, can you push through 3 survivors in the 3 gen like this?
Now, Rue, this would have been the time to get that pool.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if you would have had the time to run back and get it and still camp the ace out. I sympathize with that, but I don't know. If you get close to this Michaela and you get your entire load of vomit off on her, she will be infected.
Absolutely.
Still not infected.
It's a far chase. Michaela doing a great job to basically just hit that WD.
They're on that gen right now, and they're gonna about to pop it.
100%.
They're going back with their power. If Michaela has adrenaline, this is lights out. It all depends on who's the adrenaline player.
Right, and Michaela doing a great job to basically go, okay, dude, you want to chase me? We're gonna go straight to the other side.
Wait, why are the survivors on this gen? What gen are they on?
No.
They're on a bunch of different ones. Oh no. I thought they were going to finish that gen.
Yes, I thought both of them were going to be in right there finishing that up as well.
I'm pretty sure the plague thought the exact same thing. They're like, wait, what? I'd go back for your slug now, honestly. If you saw that cleanse, I would go back for your slug. It's gonna be a bit late for the slug, but wow. I mean, we can't really think of. They still might be able to pull it out, but I'm
Absolutely.
surprised that gen was not being worked on. Yeah.
To me, it's interesting because that gen wasn't being working on, but they didn't lose anything because Plague, unfortunately, didn't find anybody.
True. Yeah, it was a bit of a miss on both sides there. Michaela still slugged out somewhere. I'm wondering if they snuck Nancy back here anyway. No, that's Claudette, not Nancy. Interesting. I'm not really sure what's going on.
They got that infection again.
Was that because they were still in the animation of vaulting across the pallet when the pallet got infected? Or was that an actual glob hitting them? Because I don't think the glob hit them.
It's got to be the animation. And Michaela's back up again, so someone went and got her, which means that they're coming back right now to do the gen.
The mind game. Server just holds W. I don't care. Yeah,
No,
they're really making sure these pools are not back here for this plague.
Absolutely, and that Claudette, once again, knowing what the role of who's being chased is going to be, and that's taking Plague away from that gen right there.
Yeah, they keep coming back to it, but I think the 15% slowdown is starting to do work.
Absolutely, it is.
The dry kicking finally taking effect. Again, like probably the only time that dry kicking actually feels okay. Wait, was that Survivor back in that corner?
It looked like it.
Hard to tell. Yeah, we might have a bit of a stalemate here potentially. This is a incredibly tight 3-gen. Not to mention the fact you can see all of them from a very central point.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about. Like, even though those 4 gens popped, I was surprised in the chase to get Ace down that they weren't able to break one of the 3 gens. But like you said, I mean, Thano doing its work right now.
Yeah, Thanatophobia is absolutely carrying right now. We're kind of just in this lull moment. I'll be honest, I'm worried about a stalemate here. Like, Plague has no reason to leave this area. They are letting everything go down. The only reason this Plague will leave is when that gen reaches 0.
100%.
Like, there's nothing better to do. Yeah, you just go up and kick this. Oh, okay, they snuck a server back here, but she is injured. She has the sprint burst, though. Is it enough distance to get away? I think, yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, man, they have that perfectly timed. So, yeah, Nancy can go every 40 seconds back to that gen and work on it. However, Claudette is definitely caught out of position here.
Absolutely.
They're both.
Wow. Oh, no. Interesting.
Claudette might have Deli. Who went in? Wait, no. Was it Michaela that got the unhook? One of these two have to. They have to have Deliverance, right?
Oh yeah, to do that, yeah. Now you gotta go for your dry kick.
Go for the dry kick. We saw Nancy running away from that jet in the corner. This is really close.
Right, and you know, I mean, Plague right now knows that there's 2 right over there. I mean, they knew that from the start.
I thought it was Deliverance for a second, sorry. Yeah, now Claudia, yeah, I think we're gonna see this game slowly. Or they are saying, hey, let's give this killer hook states and taunt them while Nancy goes over back on this other gen.
That one is, oh, there's Nancy though.
Yep. I imagine that was a Deliverance. Was there Adrenaline up? Or not Adrenaline, Sprint Burst?
I'm not sure, but right now, I mean, yeah, you got to get her down. Until her sprint burst is activated again, you're in a world of hurt right now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. I will, because here's the thing: if they cannot finish this gen, it's going to be a tie.
Right.
Barring some crazy hatch play, which I'm sure they finished the gen.
Yeah, 100%.
That, I think that solidifies it for the survivors. I can't believe they actually had enough time to do that gen with 3 stacks of Thanatophobia.
Yeah, and that honestly, I was surprised as well. But that Nancy, who was it? Who took chase? Sorry.
Yeah, Nancy wasted a lot of time there.
Nancy wasted a lot of time. Yeah, absolutely. Enough time where
Oh, that is no way out. That is the fourth perk.
Oh no, no way out though. Giving the killer a little bit of a second chance. Let's go.
Unfortunately, even with that second chance, having that 5th generator completed, I do not think that this killer can come back at this point. I think the survivors will be able to take home the W from this. I can't believe they coordinated that. Like, Nancy took a lot of time in that chase, but I didn't think it was that much time.
Yeah,
wow,
man. That was great. Great to see ya.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What a game of ups and downs too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, they see the survivors over here, but even at this point, if the survivors all get downed, oh, a little bit of decisive tech there, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you don't bait decisive. Yeah, you don't have decisive.
Absolutely.
Now, if you miss decisive, they didn't miss decisive. Yeah, well played. I imagine at this point they will take the quickest route out. As soon as they can get a door open, they'll just leave.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, you won the game, or you should know you won the game. So, oh.
Again, me and Gil talk about it all the time. Medium vaults have this really nasty lagging hitbox.
Yes, they do.
All right, I've been told that the scorecard is not updating for some reason. Let me see if I can get that going for y'all. I apologize. Not really, huh? See if I can fix that real quick. I'm kind of surprised. Let's see if that'll fix it, everybody. I apologize. It was 24-8. This should, yeah, even with if the 4K was going to be it was going to be 24-10. So
absolutely.
There you go. Scorecard should be updated now. Okay, never mind. I was just late. Never mind. I'm sorry. I was reading chat there. Yeah, I'm about to say like this last little bit is just going to be very, very grindy. Oops.
Oh no.
This Claudette has spent more than 2 minutes on the ground, by the way. Look at that. Look at the bleed out bar.
I know, dude.
Oh man, rough. But I mean, all that said, the Plague played well. These survivors just had a very, very good set of coordination. I don't know. I wouldn't expect normally for you to be able to break a 3-gen that tight against a Plague, but I will say Plague didn't have Ruin on their side nearly as long this time.
No, dude, Ruin. Shoot, what was it, like a minute in? Like that was, oh man, that's usual. Like that's normal gameplay for Ruin.
Yeah, that is accurate. Oh wow, there was a Soul Guard, but it was not on the Ace. Oh, Ace had Breakout. Spicy. Yeah, I'm about to say for the homies, you usually bring Soul Guard with for the homies unless you're playing against a specific killer. But regardless, we'll be going into round 2 very shortly. Cult taking the win over Antisocial in round 1, and we'll be moving on to the next one here. I'm curious what is the next round going in here? So let's check out round 2 real quick. So Cult will be moving on. Need to see. I apologize. I've got to go through the scorecards here and see who's going to be playing what. Okay, so what map sets are we playing on this time around? I believe it's going to be, yeah, we're going to be playing on Wrecker's Yard here for round number 2. All right, so we have Wrecker's Yard. I'm not sure who Colt will be playing just yet. We will have to get that information for you shortly. But stay tuned. We'll be going into round number 2 here very quickly. We will take a quick administrative break so I can get some assets turned over, and we'll be back with you very shortly. Stay tuned. And I do believe, Gannicus, are you sticking with that one, or are you going to be later on?
I'm sticking with you.
You're sticking with me? Oh,
yes, sir.
More Gannicus value. I love it. We'll be back very shortly, everybody. Stay tuned.